Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Fisting Horror After Dark Bars.
It's just flesh wound features, Dan.
But when we have a combo, can we call it Flesh Wound Fisting Horror? Okay, well then Flesh Wound Features it is.
Do not ever say fisting when you're sitting behind me, Dan.
Well, sorry. I'm learning, Todd. It's a new setup. I learned slow. But either way...
Say that again.
Either way, we're here. And you get to hear us talk about movies. It's just more of a variety tonight, which isn't such a bad thing.
You can see Dan has legs, too.
I do have legs. Indeed. So we watched a lot of movies this last couple days, and we just thought, screw it. Just do them all at once. So there you go. Flesh Wound Features when it's a mix.
Dan's always up for some Friday night fisting. Kruger, you need to be back here and take care of business.
So yes. Sorry, I got distracted. Like I said, different setup. But yeah, we're gonna talk horror first for those of you who don't care about the other stuff, but you should. We've got horror, we've got the new Kevin Smith movie tonight, we got some sex comedies and a Bautista action movie. We could combine all these together. It would be a very interesting film. But we'll kick things off with our first film of the evening, the movie that I feel like I've already seen 1,000 times because the trailer has just been everywhere. I swear to God, for at least what, Todd? 6 months at least. I swear to God.
Every movie I think I saw that thing was on
it. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much we've seen, and you also see about 80% of the movie in the trailer. So there's that too. But the movie I'm speaking of is Speak No Evil, a remake of the 2022 Danish film. And in this one, from director James Watkins, a family gets invited to spend a whole weekend in a lonely home in the countryside. But as the weekend progresses, they'll soon realize that the family who invited them has a dark secret. All right, so obviously we've both seen the Danish film. Now, I know there's...
both enjoyed the Danish film.
We both enjoyed the Danish film very much. I know the majority of people that are going to be going into this will have not seen the Danish film, so you're obviously going to get a lot of varied opinions on this movie. For me, this is a dumbed down, Americanized version of the Danish film. Now, James McAvoy's fantastic. We've all seen him play Psycho before, and he does it very, very well. But this one is just so American. It's like we don't want anybody to feel too bad, so we're gonna alter it. We're gonna make it just a popcorn thriller. Is it a bad popcorn thriller? No. It certainly isn't. I mean, it's way better than the last Strangers movie. If you're looking for that,
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's a low bar though.
It's a very low bar, but you know what? Like I realize it. Some people will not watch a movie with subtitles. They will not watch a Danish film. So it is what it is. But having said that, it deviates at the end, but it's fairly not shot for shot. I wish I had rewatched the last one right before I didn't, but pretty close. You know, it follows the same basic beats. Mackenzie Davis, I believe, is the actress's name that plays. Yeah, Terminator chick. Her accent, she's supposed to be American. And her accent comes and goes nonstop.
I didn't catch it. What is her native?
I believe British. I'm not 100% sure, but
okay. I didn't catch it.
Yes, several times, and yeah, Ben, I know it is, but again, it's a Danish movie. No, some people I
think he's just helping Steve.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But There are also infuriating moments, which are also in the original movie. I just think it made sense. But you have the issue with them turning back to go back to the house.
That's all. But that was the issue. Hold on. That's exactly what I remembered which one it was. Ben also didn't notice. She's Canadian, and he didn't hear any accent.
Go back. It's 100%.
Okay, well, Dan, we're just telling you, two of us, we watched it too.
Now that's odd though, because I swear it was a British that she broke into.
No. I'm gonna believe Ben's not bullshitting.
I believe you, Ben, but there was something weird going on with the voice. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But so there are plot holes as well. I know I'm dancing.
I disagree with that plot hole. If you're bringing that,
not that one.
Okay.
No, there are ample opportunities for escape, and now I'm not talking about the couple. I'm talking about the boy.
Yeah, but
because think about it this way: they flew with them. They would have had to go to where they are at the beginning of the movie, and he obviously wants to and has attempted to escape. Could have easily have just fucking ran to somebody in the airport. Now I know people will make excuses like, well, he feels like he can't. He's under their control. Not based on the behavior later. Like he had he had multiple opportunities to just.
But isn't that the same loophole as the original?
Well, the original again, they did. Well, the original,
they still
did they fly with him in the original?
I could have swore they still met back up and.
Well, remember
either way, even taking him in public, even without the flying, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but I mean, a lot of times, and trust me, I watch a lot of murder shows. All you got, you just tell the kid, you that.
Yeah,
and they're gonna listen. I mean, it's human nature to try to stay alive. So,
yeah, the original doesn't have them turning into Rocky either, for the big comeback. So, I don't know. I think what was special about the original movie that they just totally bulldoze in this one is that ending, which I know pissed people off, but it was realistic because there are some people have no fight. In this, it's just the standard.
But see, yeah, but it happens all the time when you Americanize a film. It's literally like it's what
I don't think it's a good thing.
Well, but see, this is where I disagree. You make a movie for the audience you're trying to make it for. So if certain things don't translate well to America, then you make them fit. And if you don't like that, you watch the original version.
But you would agree this is seriously dumbed down. There's nothing special about this movie.
And then did you think there was going to be?
I didn't. I was hoping maybe they would have.
It's hard, but it's hard to call that having seen the original. It's like there's no chance. Unless it's like because it's you've seen the story. It's not new to you. Now, for someone seeing it new, it could be different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I get the ending's different. It hits different. But yeah, the turnaround still annoys me on this one. But everything hits more in the other version. The other version is superior. But like you said, this is a good, just little suspense piece. It's probably one of the better Blumhouse things in a while. It's no Whiplash, but and McAvoy, like he's so watchable in this. Like you've seen him in that type of role before.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes this worth it, really. You take him away and do the same story, the same Americanized version, and stick someone else in it. I might have not had as good of a time with it because he's very watchable as the psychopath.
Yeah, McAvoy's a fantastic actor. Again, we go back, to the Funny Games remake, which I guess in some ways this is comparable, although that one stuck pretty much exactly. This one does, again, deviate, but I don't know. There were other little things. The babysitter character that's kind of now, again, I realize.
See, that's only a loophole because you've seen the original and they do something with him.
But he obviously wasn't a babysitter even in this. When McAvoy's calling the troops.
Okay, but yeah, but he didn't call him in. So as of from the movie you watched, not the other movie you saw, he's just the babysitter.
I think they made it pretty clear he wasn't a real babysitter. just the way he was awkwardly there and interacting.
You don't know
I don't
what's
know.
going on with him, but I don't know. I feel
That's a little one, but
yeah, that one I argue with because you want the other connections you already have.
I get it, but I'm trying to set that movie aside completely, and
You're
felt
trying to.
Maybe there's a deleted scene.
Maybe there is. Maybe he was someone who got off too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't feel like it leaves a plot hole.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people will like this movie. I would strongly suggest you go watch the first one. If you're gonna do it, just commit to both. And I'd like to hear your opinions. I really think if people give the original a shot, they'll see that it is the superior film. But
I'll be honest, this is one that I was not looking forward to, and this is going from the first time I saw the trailer and to the 300th time I saw the trailer. It's funny, I didn't like the commercial on TV today. I was like, well, that packaged it better than the the actual trailer. But
yeah,
I think it's a fine flick. I mean, I have no real complaints. It's not the Danish one, but there's always the Danish one. I mean, yeah. So if it was exactly the same, then people would be bitching. Well, it's exactly the same. Why don't I just watch the Danish one? This isn't for the people who already saw and liked the Danish one. This is for, like we were talking about earlier, the people who go to the movies are the kids who go on dates, and that's that's what this is. They
don't want to be challenged or feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Did this get the R rating?
Oh yeah, it had to
be. I thought so.
Because there's still allusions
to
abuse and stuff. So
there's some gore.
That alone, yeah.
Okay, I was just double checking. I didn't even pay attention. That's the first R Blumhouse in a while. Then I guess
you guys can confirm that, but yeah, it has to be. Yeah, I don't want to, but again, there's even just the
I'm watching what I'd say it was.
Yeah, the relationship with McAvoy and his wife, whatever you want to call her, that the origins of that would push it into an R alone. But yeah, I don't know. This one will probably be the big winner behind Beetlejuice, I would imagine, this weekend.
I don't know. I mean, we looked at last week's box office. It still had Deadpool up there. We'll see.
Yeah, this one's been hyped so much, though. Like you said, I mean,
it'll do solid, but even like most Blum, I mean, you're not going to typically get 2. It'll be in the top 5, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't think AI are afraid. I don't know what that did on its week, but
I was, it's funny, that one, I swear, like, nobody fucking talked about it after it came out. Like, it just...
am I the only one who saw it?
You might be, like, just...
Well, we will talk about that when it hits digital. We made the decision since
we missed
it.
Probably
in about a week.
Probably, obviously, that we have reasons. That's the only horror movie I feel like I've missed theatrically this year.
And you wouldn't have if it wasn't for the trip.
Yeah. So we support it no matter what, even
if Dan bitches the whole time.
So Todd, what do you rate?
People were sick of the trailer. Might backfire on him. I agree.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a lot of people. All right. All right. Well, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. This one, I'm going to give it 2.5. It just, whatever. Some of you out there might like it even more than that, though. It's just, for me, I'm a 3.5. It's definitely above average. I'm just rating it on its own, not factoring in the original. Yeah. I think if you want to go see a movie that's a horror picture this weekend, I think it's a fine pick of what we have right now. So definitely over Afraid. I'll say that. Okay. Well, Ben with a higher rating than I would have expected.
See, Ben 3 out of 5. Well, I think it's above. Just the story alone still makes it above average, in my opinion. That's So,
well, there you go. All right. So moving on to our next movie, which I was very excited because I didn't realize it was out while we were down here, and that is the Kevin Smith writer. He wrote it, he directed it, the 4:30 movie. And in this film, a group of teens in the 1980s spend the day theater hopping, and of course, dude tries to get the girl of his dreams and all that good coming of age stuff. I'm improvising here on these synopsis. But all right, so Todd, kind of a big deal Kevin Smith movie, maybe less so now for a lot of people, but I was excited because for Kevin Smith, when he writes and directs what he knows, more or less, he tends to hit. So I was like, okay, this is great. I don't want fucking moose jaws or.
I love how you changed the narrative, Dan, because I'm the one who pointed that out. You were like, oh, it's another Kevin Smith movie. You were not excited about it, Dan.
After Clerks 3, I was.
We literally had this conversation in the car till I said, when Kevin Smith writes from his own experience, that's when we get the good movie.
You did say that, and I agree.
Now you're trying to fucking take my whole fucking. Now I have nothing to say, shithead.
Well, all right. Todd gets the credit for that. We both agree. But all right. So this one I would say this might scare people away. A little closer to like the tone of a Jersey Girl than
I do like Jersey Girl.
Yeah, I know you like it. I'm just kind of like indifferent. A little bit closer to that, although I more raunchy than that movie at the same time, but I'd say a little closer to that than Clerks or.
It's a coming of age pick.
It is. It's kind of like Kevin Smith and John Hughes.
I was going to say it's closer to Snack Shack than Clerks.
Yeah, and I thought Austin Zajur and Sienna Agudong. I thought they were very good, very charming, likable. Austin Zajur is essentially playing Kevin Smith. I haven't looked too deep into this movie to see if there's any, deviations from his actual childhood, but almost the entire movie takes place either in or right outside the movie theater. So obviously that's going to appeal to us, and it did, for me at least. And I'm guessing for you, Todd. The movie trailers that they shot for this, Sister Sugar Walls, which was had to be a little awkward directing your daughter as
with your uncle Jay trying to bang you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
it's good enough for Argento. It's good enough for Smith.
She is lucky her dad's not Argento. Kevin Smith hasn't made his Stendhal syndrome yet.
I was going to say, or even it could have been a worse father. I'm not going to bring up anyone who's starting Crossface.
Yeah. There you go. And they can be grateful that their dad wasn't Klaus Kinski. I think, is he the shittiest dad, Todd? I guess he gets the shittiest Hollywood dad award. But yeah, I really like this one a lot. I mean, I relate to it.
Ben says, love theater-based movies. Definitely seeing this.
Yeah.
Not only that, you got a theater-based movie with a theater or a movie kid too. So
yeah, and I was, not this age. I was busy being born around this time, but I really felt that the movie theater was my church. So it's still sacred to me now, and obviously I fell in love with this movie. If it wasn't directed by Kevin Smith, I don't know if it would find a cult following or not. It's hard to say, but I thought the cameos were all handled pretty well. I won't give the whole thing away, but there's a sort of Flash Gordon parody that's recurs throughout the film with Diedrich Bader of Drew Carey fame. I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, here's one thing that was like I didn't bring it. We haven't talked about it yet. There's one and I don't know if I'm going to say the movie in particular. There's one movie in particular they tease, so I'm waiting to see clips of this movie. It has View Universe history because the first reference is in Clerks for this movie, so I thought we were finally going to get to see some footage of the movie. So we didn't, but it's teased, so I thought that was cool. So
yeah, this was shot at Kevin Smith's Smodcast Cinema, from what I understand. So I mean, you can see a lot of love in this. Everybody was having a lot of fun. Kate Micucci pops up as one of the moms. You've got Jason Biggs, who is in a Ghoulies parody called Booties.
Yes.
So that one popped me. If you like Ghoulies, I'm like, holy shit, they're doing fucking Ghoulies. This is awesome.
I'm kind of annoyed they couldn't get the fucking rights so they could have said they're going to see goddamn Fletch, but god damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know Kevin Smith, you knew it was Fletch. I mean, and you get a glimpse of the poster, which is a total rip off of Plex, but the book series based on. So I thought that was a cool little.
Yeah, I mean, I think they opted to kind of create the fake movies, although there is conversations about Top Gun and Poltergeist 2 gets quite a bit of.
Yeah, see, obviously I love this. Like this is the time like I was going off to the movies alone. I saw Poltergeist 2 in the theater by myself. So I may have took a friend. I don't fucking remember. That was 30 some plus years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I loved it. You got a kid who loves movies, you got the trailers, it's just a day in the movies, and which ironically we spent the day in the movies doing the same thing.
Yeah, 3.
So
they're like 7 hours or something.
So it is one of those, like if you grew up doing this and that was your thing, it's really going to connect with you.
Yeah.
So
I think my favorite line, I'll just give away one tiny teaser line. Your mom gave Craig T. Nelson a hand job. That shit was funny. So yeah, it not as like hit you in the feels like Clerks 3. It's not quite that like much of a heart punch. But if you like coming of age stuff and you're watching us, you're probably going to connect to this movie too. So.
And if you're a View Askew fan, there's going to be a lot of things in there. And it's not going to feel like Jay and Silent Bob reboot where they're just forcing all these like things in. It's just the world it is, and it's not like, hey, look at this, it's just there.
Yeah, it mostly focuses on the core of the kids. The rest, Justin Long pops up for a cameo. His is very funny. Method Man is in there. I'm
giving Dandy's hood approval back for knowing who Method Man was.
I do. How High, Todd? I'm a big How High fan.
There we go. Things you learned.
Where do you think this ranks among Kevin Smith movies at this point? Is it top half? I liked it a lot better than Jersey Girl. I mean,
see, here's the problem. It's still going to be under most of the. I liked it more than Jay and Silent Bob reboot, but that's the only like actual one in the View Askew universe. I'd say I put it above, but I mean, I love all the other films so much. I mean, certainly above Tusk. Not View. Yeah, see.
I'm just giving it all the Kevin Smith.
It's for me. It's after all the Jersey stuff, like all that universe.
Yeah,
Tusk. Yeah, no, I like this better than Tusk. I like this better than Red State, but that's me. I have to rewatch that.
We even got some wrestling stuff in there, which I felt like I was like that would have been a good spot to cast an actual wrestler, but I still kind of enjoyed that. Especially the dorky kid is like, "Are we wrestling?" And then he just like fucking drop kicks him in the face.
That shit used to happen in there. I remember that. He always had the one friend who was like, "Fuck yeah, it's time."
Took it too far. Just he just hits Walter chops on you. So yeah, I think it'll put a smile on your face. Go see it at the movies. And
yeah, I can't wait to see it again.
Yeah, I look forward to checking it out again as well. So Todd, what say you? What do you rate this one?
Till I see it again, which will probably be right after Dan leaves, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I did.
I am a 4 with room to grow. Definitely check this one out and let us know what you think in the comments. All right, so
I'm already regretting my 4.5, but.
No, I think that's a fair review. I mean, if you really love this shit,
I know, but I feel like I want to give it a 5. But After I watch it again, I'll give it an update.
You'll update it to
if I still love it.
Yeah, I feel like you also have to consider my rating. My enthusiasm for Kevin Smith did dip, so he's gotten it back after Clerks 3 and then this.
I just don't expect it to be good if it's not in the main like that. Like I'm expecting nothing from Moose Jaws.
That feels like such a step back. I wish he wasn't making that as...
You know, I don't care what he does, as long as now that we're done with the Clerks, whatever we want to call it. I would like to see him dip more into just stuff from his childhood. Stuff like this.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I am a fan of when he does stuff like this, personal stuff.
Absolutely. But we'll review Moose Jaws anyways, so
Pugs will love it.
Pugs is gonna like this one quite a bit, I think. Safe bet. All right, so moving on to our next movie, which is an action film from director J.J. Perry, and that is Killer's Game. And in this film, a veteran assassin is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and authorizes a kill on himself. After ordering the kill, an army of former colleagues pounce until a new piece of information drops that they mixed up his lab results and he is in fact not dying. Doesn't quite stop the assassins from coming to collect, though. So, all right, Killer's Game.
Cliff Booth, how could anyone watch this movie? Bautista's face is worse than Feruz's at this point.
Well, I definitely would like to do some things with Fairuza that I wouldn't do with Deacon Bautista. So, there you go. Damn, Ben. Or damn, Cliff. Anyways, all right. So,
damn, what did Ben do?
I don't know. I just see his face on here. He had him highlighted. Sorry, Ben. The damn was meant for Cliff. All right, so Killer's Game. I didn't have any expectations for this one. Just looked like a fun, hopefully fun, dumb action movie. And I'm going to be honest, I think this one over-delivered for me. I thought it actually made me laugh quite a few times. Ben Kingsley's very funny in this. His wife, it's raunchier than I thought it would be.
Well, that scene at least.
Yeah, like the wife is just sitting at the table and talking to Sophia Boutella, the beautiful Sophia Boutella, who's Batista's girlfriend in this. And she's just talking about how you have to take it in the ass and all this stuff. And Ben Kingsley's like, please shut up. Please shut up. It's just funny seeing Gandhi like talking about butt fucking. There's something funny about that to me. It kind of looked by the trailers, I was like, this feels like something that should just be dumped on Netflix. I had a good time with this one.
I agree with you. I had a great time with it, but I also don't feel like it was something that felt theatrical. This 100% was made for overseas. This had the way this movie was done and the way they did the action, this is 100%.
You didn't find the action thrilling?
I did, but what I'm saying is this is not made for an American picture.
It won't probably hit for the American audience.
Even from the casting, they made this for international markets, which is fine because that's where it'll make money. But if it wasn't now, I could totally see this going straight to.
Well, you could also say though, like, it's not going to do this, but like something like John Wick or Taken, those movies initially weren't conceived as being these massive American action franchises, but they became it anyways. Don't think that's happening with this. I'm sure the box office is not going to be great this week for anything new. But I loved all the different assassins and the gimmicks that they had. Drew McIntyre of WWE fame, of course, plays one half of a pair of Scottish brothers who just like to drink and fight. And I thought that part was really funny.
And they're subtitled the whole time.
They're subtitled the whole time because nobody can understand them. There is a reunion of Guardians of the Galaxy with basically the bad head of an assassins group, Pom Clemente. I might be saying her name wrong, but she played Mantis. Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy.
See, you missed my joke. Remember when I leaned over you earlier? Because remember, what's his girlfriend's name in it?
Sophia Boutella is the actress.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, when she says something to him, and then she turns around and disappeared. Said he was standing still. That was my bad joke.
I dug this. I like Dave Bautista. He is looking like a very weird individual as he gets older. And I feel like this might be his last action movie for a while because he got really slender, and I don't know. I don't see him trying to go this direction at this point, but I think it's a fun, old school kick-ass film. I thought the humor hit, chemistry was there with everybody. Scott Adkins is in it, and Marco Zaror. If you know those names, always you can count on great martial arts sequences. Terry Crews, yeah, who's fantastic, provides a lot of good comic relief in this one.
And there's that cocksucker in there who plays the goddamn Reverend. Do you know who that was?
Oh, yes. Help me out, Todd. I'm trying to remember.
Well, that motherfucker wanted to shoot Sean's mom, so fuck that guy.
He was funny too.
I know, I'm just giving him shit.
I watch a lot of this stuff, particularly with like a John Cena or Vin Diesel, and it's these action comedies now. None of them make me laugh. They're all bland as shit. I didn't think this one was bland, so that's why.
No, that's why I said the fact that it is like an international, you can always kind of tell. Yeah, it kind of has that video game feel to it a little because there's just action scenes that go extended. So I think that's going to satisfy. I mean, if that's you go into action for that, I mean, it's not plot heavy. It's a simple plot laid out.
Yeah.
So, it's a good time. I can't argue. I just don't think it's anything special.
I think I prefer overseas when it comes to my action movies.
Yeah, no, I get
2024. That. So this is a good example of that. I think this one is worth going out of the way and seeing. It's one of the best, certainly one of the better American action movies that I've seen recently. In fact, I'll be ordering the 4K. I don't buy every action movie that comes out anymore. This one I will go out of my way for. So yeah. Now, obviously, I saw it with you. I'm having, when you're with your friends, you have a better time than normal. But I think this one will hold up on another watch. I'll probably watch it with my dad when I get home. And go give this one a shot. I feel bad because I don't think it's going to really make any kind of money, but maybe international will save it. So yeah. Todd,
rate it.
What do you rate this one?
I had a good time with it. I'm a 3.
I'm a 3.5 with room to grow.
Right.
Yeah. Good popcorn action flick. Everything worked for me in this one.
So we're gonna go full gimmick.
Full gimmick.
Yeah, we're gonna do the intro and the other gimmick. Go full After Dark. Switch our logos.
We should switch our logos.
All right, it's time to go After Dark. So I'm gonna do this. All right, and here we go. Time for After Dark.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fucking plugging my ears.
Welcome.
No, fuck that. I don't want to sneak it up.
Wound After Dark. My hands are up here.
Thank God.
Anyways, so there you go, Todd. I wasn't prepared to do it, but I did anyways because I make people happy. So we got 2 After Dark titles for you guys tonight. We'll kick it off with our oldest one. And again, pardon me, I'm trying to pull up the
Are we doing sex positive first?
Oh, I was gonna go with the older one, but
I was trying to pull it up.
Yeah, so I'll just talk as I pull it up because it's harder to.
I don't like watching smut this close to Dan. I'm just saying.
Well, that's how it goes, Todd. All right, I got it. So our first film, which came out in 2020, but might not have been available for that long. It's hard to tell. but it is Bikini Valley Car Wash from writer-director Jordan F. Ganma. And in this film, which I was shocked because, you know, those of you fan of late night Cinemax, HBO back in the days, there's a lot of bikini movies. They're not officially connected, but you have Bikini Car Wash, Bikini Drive-In, you know, all sorts of different bikini movies. So I was like, I'll be damned, 2020, and I haven't seen
got
this
the good
one.
shit.
Yeah. And I was like, this is kind of a shock to me because we never get bikini movies in after, I don't know, 2015. I mean, it's probably been a good decade now, but in this movie, it is the height of the cost of living in Silicon Valley, and the opportunistic landlords and the aggressive land developers have left little to no room for the average income earner to keep a roof over their heads. When roommates Amanda and Brittany are handed their rent increase notice from their greedy landlord, they decide they could offset the increase by working overtime at the big.
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
at the Bikini Valley Car Wash.
Before you jump into the review, I was just going to kind of answer this.
Oh, yeah.
Daily Ghost is asking, do they have Blu-ray releases? I'm assuming you're asking for the sex comedies. The first one we're doing right now, no, they're both on digital, but you can check this one out for free on Hoopla or on Plex also.
Yes.
So,
yeah, I don't believe either has a physical that I could find.
And our next one's Sex Positives, only been on available for digital rental for a few weeks. So maybe that one will. But.
And shout out, Dirk. Looks like you're having a good time at the movies tonight. So one thing that also caught my eye about this one is Ron Jeremy is in the cast.
Nice and big too.
Yes, not an adult film, I should point out there, but I saw that and I was like, well, shit, 2020, that would have been, I mean, basically he would have made this probably right before his.
Well, who knows? We don't really know when they shot it though. He looks in better health than when the legal troubles hit.
A little bit, but he looks pretty sure.
Yeah, was it? Yeah. So this could have been shot in 18 or 19. All we know though is all.
Yeah, probably was, but you know, even then, not too long before the downfall, and he plays in this one. Not a good one if this is his last one.
I think it's appropriate.
He plays a perverted uncle who wants to bang his niece. So that's what Ron plays in this. So the first thing that you want to know with a movie like this is the girls. The girls are all traditional, hot model types for the most part. The types of girls you would see at a bikini car wash. And there's some really good nudity. This movie's very silly. It felt like they might have just went in and did it without a full script because there's a lot of randomness in here. There's a teddy bear that just masturbates to the girls. It's like a running gag. Teddy bears just like to jerk his dick randomly. There's also a weird dude at a bus stop that just quotes movies at people, and that it doesn't feel like there's much to it just beyond like, let's just do some random comedy bits. But it still has that kind of cute, light fun that I look for in these bikini movies. And there's more than enough nudity. It's not a softcore film, so there's not much in the way of sex, but you know, you see the girls, you know, all very pretty, very, very bubbly and fun. I know that this director did make another sex comedy in 2011 called 20-Year-Old Virgins, which I don't believe I've seen.
I think I have that.
Yeah, I think it's another one that doesn't have great distribution, but yeah, Ron Jeremy in this one does have like some fucked up stuff. Like, can you pretend to be my niece? Like, there's some moments there that don't play too well considering what happened to him shortly after. But if you can overlook that, it's funny. There's also the perverted grandpa who they're trying to save his house as well. I thought he made me laugh too. The one big issue with this one, it's over 90 minutes. And I felt, considering there really wasn't much of a script to speak of, you could have gotten this in at around 70, if not less than that. Like, this one really didn't need to go. So there are a few moments where it's like, okay, I get it. Can we go to the finish now? But I liked it, Todd. How about you?
Yeah, I'm with you. It was, fun, late night cable, the kind of stuff you used to see.
Yeah.
On Cinemax. Some good nudity. It was funny. Yeah, I mean, Ron Jeremy being the pervert who wanted to bang his niece. I mean, yeah, this movie definitely had our names all over it.
I think you joked because there's like at the end of the credits, everybody's just kind of dancing by the pool, and Ron Jeremy's just sitting there doing this through the whole credits.
I was waiting for to pull a chair up, sit down, and just keep going.
He was kind of like borderline doing the Trump hand job dance.
But he did wake up then, because then all of a sudden he started busting the move.
He did at the very end. Yeah, it's like, Ron, can you give me a little more here? Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this, but we don't get these anymore. So maybe we do, apparently, and you just really have to dig through.
You got to look on Tubi more. I got a lot of stuff saved.
Yeah. So quite a few of these don't have physicals now, so I
think stuff like this is at the point where they're making it for the streaming sites, and that's what they're shooting for. I don't know how they make money, but
yeah, this one's very low budget. Most of it is shot just right outside probably the director's house, and but it put a smile on my face. It doesn't hold up to like the elite, Bikini Drive-In. I think is very very good. That one.
That's a proper film.
It is. That's a proper film. This is, an
homage. This is like the Skinemax era. Like past that, where we're making real films, we were just trying to give you some titillation and laughs.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm a 3. 3's fair.
Yeah, for this, absolutely. All right. So this last one that we're gonna cover, as I pull up the synopsis here. This one shocked me. I won't say in a good or bad way, but I'm
glad I waited. This is one I kept like, I'm going to watch this one at night, and I just kept putting off. So,
yeah. So the movie is Sex Positive, and it's from writer-director Peter Woodward. And in this film, Virginia tumbles into a wild and thrilling world of sexual liberation when she moves in with a group of polyamorous party animals, including the charming but commitment-phobic Jake. So I kind of was expecting more of a female appealing romantic comedy from this, despite the whole like group sex sort of thing. I didn't really expect that we were going to get like a dude's sex comedy out of this. But we do, shockingly enough. So our lead, Catherine Ellis, who plays Virginia, she, kind of enters this house with this guy, doesn't realize that this is kind of just a one big continuous sex party at this house with all sorts of kinky people. And she sold it for me. Catherine Ellis is adorable. She's got kind of she looks a little bit more like like a non-tattooed Joanna Angel.
I think a less alt Joanna Angel.
A less alt Joanna Angel. I would even say like she had a Sarah Silverman quality about her. I really, really liked her as the lead.
Less something else.
Yeah, something like that. I really enjoyed her. The amount of sex and nudity in this movie is shocking. I'm talking everything, full frontal, a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dangling brains in this movie. So, they can't say that they were just getting the women naked. There's something for everybody. But holy shit. And nobody here, there's no like softcore actresses. This is, I hate to put it this way, but a proper indie.
Dan kept asking, how do they get all these women to get naked?
Yeah, because I'm looking and I'm like, none of these are adult film actresses, and none of these are, models, done any softcore stuff. They were all just proper actors, and they all like full frontal, just balls out. There's some graphic sex stuff, although it's all played for laughs. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was different, a different kind of sex comedy, I guess, but definitely a sex comedy because
yeah, I thought it was less than a traditional one. I felt, but it was
the motivation is still essentially getting laid, just
it is
in a weirder way.
The structure it is different, but I get it is a sex comedy, but it's not like a traditional in the format. I don't think.
I get that, but
not that that's a bad thing. I mean, difference doesn't mean bad.
It's not. And her and this love interest she has, Jake, they're all kind of basically, she's trying to like experience everything. So she's going down the list of all these fetishes, some of which are really ridiculous. And that's kind of the source of the humor. Made me laugh.
Keep skipping anal.
Yeah, that's kind of the joke. Not that one. Well, she skipped several things, to be honest.
But they kept going back to things that involved it.
Yeah.
There was a big, the moment the anal has a story.
The anal has a story.
But will they finish the story?
There's some funny moments where like her parents come over and they just see the dude's like fucking dick flopping around in the orgy room and everything. This one just had me rolling. And there again, something for everybody. I wouldn't call it a dirty movie, really. I mean, maybe some people would consider it that, but what would I pair this with, Todd? I was going to say not at all graphic or a sex comedy, but maybe Secretary or something. If you want a love story of sorts that takes place amongst the kink community out there. Yeah. So plenty of cock, plenty of boobs, booty, full frontal from everybody. It's like Caligula, but with yucks.
Yeah, that's a little,
yeah.
It's not like Caligula.
They should have cast Malcolm McDowell. They should have cast Malcolm.
Dan, imagine if someone told you this movie you're about to watch is like Caligula, and you watched it and it wasn't.
Minus the horse fucking. There were no horses.
That's the part you'd be disappointed about.
They couldn't afford horses. I believe this is a Canadian movie, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
That's where you should look.
Could be wrong. I don't have my notebook with me, so
it is not.
It is not Canadian. Okay, I thought maybe it was. I thought I recognized.
You're calling Canadians Brits and you're calling Americans Canadians, Dan.
I will go back.
You don't know shit if you're not at home.
I will go back and look again because her accent does. There's something weird going on.
I'm not saying now that you've said it, I won't notice it, but I didn't notice it at all.
Yeah, you guys out there, let me know because something was going on there. But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This is one of those, again, a weird one. No physical. It slipped past the radar, although this one is from this year, so didn't slip too far. So I'm going to do that now. We're going to probably review a lot of stuff on Tubi or Plex, that just those sex comedies that might just be getting dumped on these sites. And yeah, I'm going to have to be a little bit more
Tubi
proactive.
Is like all titty flicks and hood movies.
Titty flicks and hood movies.
If it wasn't for the damn commercials, I wouldn't have any other thing to watch.
Yeah, commercials are rough, but yeah, I hope people will give this one a shot. If nothing else, you got a lot of eye candy.
Yeah.
And
this one is streaming rental, and I'm just trying to double check.
There is no physical that I can find. Now, something like Sex Positive, you get all kinds of books and other unrelated movies.
Oh, actually, it's on Stars also now.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so there's another option.
So you don't have to. It's not just on digital. If you have Stars and get the Stars add-on free trial for 7 days and check it out on Amazon Prime.
There you go. So check these movies out. Todd, what do you rate Sex Positive?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah,
did we rate the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I think they would have stopped us if we didn't. Yeah,
Nothing,
3. We gave it a 3.
absolutely nothing wrong with tits and hood flicks.
Yeah. I'll still maintain you don't get as many as you'd
Tits
expect.
and hood flick. Tits and hood flicks.
I concur with the 4.
I think that's a new show. Tits and hood flicks.
Tits and hood flicks. We'll
All
just
right.
do one.
And you're also 4?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I know a lot of people are not gonna vibe with it the same way, but what can I say?
We're not about the other people. We're about us.
I really like the lead. So yeah.
Shoot.
All right. So Todd,
what
else has been going on? We've been doing a lot of movies. I know we still have.
You guys see that giant Toxic Avenger I got, the reel?
Oh yeah, look at that tempts me to get it because I thought that looked awesome. You can see the trauma shorts, what we're talking about, but Toxic Crusaders,
12-inch soft vinyl glow in the dark figure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it glow in the dark yet. A lot of glow in the dark gimmicks are bullshit, but I think that one looks pretty cool. Is there not an alternate version of it?
There is a more limited one that's limited to, why don't you just grab it? I know it's too much work.
Yeah, I'm pinned in here right now, but otherwise I would.
There's another one. It's a more translucent version. It's I believe the whole thing glows, not just the paint. And that one was the Comic-Con exclusive. And it was limited to 75. So I don't know how many they have left. But
ooh, shit. Don't tempt me. I just ordered the WNUF 2,
me too,
which is about to sell out. I think it's at like 200 last I looked. So
I love that movie. So I like that one better than the WNUF.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's 90s though. Have you not watched it?
I have not watched it. We didn't review it. So
review of the Toxic Avenger musical. Well, you know what? I didn't even think about that. When we do the show, the Toxic show, we should probably throw in the musical. Kruger, you can skip it.
Well, we have the franchise show for that coming up as part of our stacked Halloween lineup, I believe.
Yes,
so
that is the October franchise show. It's Stroma's 50th anniversary. It's the movie's 40th anniversary. 40th? 84. It's the movie's 40th anniversary. So, God damn it. New movie or not, we're reviewing the Troma series.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And I had, I don't know if you know, Ben brought up the Toxic Avenger musical. There's 2 Toxic Avenger musicals. I've seen one of them. One of them follows the movie more closely.
Oh, that's very cool. So you weren't able to get the other one? Or
no. Well, I don't know which version. I think I have the version I haven't seen on that one I have. But I saw the version that's not it doesn't follow the Troma storyline as close.
I've never seen the musical.
I actually saw that with like Andre and a bunch of the other.
Oh, wait.
that was our culture. We decided to go see a musical. I was like, hey, they got the Toxic Avenger musical. So
that's wild. Like, I just power bombed you onto some barbed wire. Let's go see a musical. Let's go. I'm just Broadway.
If you have not gone and seen a musical with a deathmatch wrestler, I don't know. Maybe our living right.
Yeah, we're going to make that happen. Kruger, we're going to go see Cats.
I've never seen the Little Shop of Horrors musical, and they finally have it playing near me. Like someone's doing it at the. So I don't know. Maybe.
You should go. You should go. Musicals are fun. I've done a little bit of theater, but not as much as I would like to. But yeah, I was.
When I saw Phantom of the Opera, Benson was playing the opera.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Yeah. What is it? What's his name?
Have you been up to New York before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
To California for that bullshit.
Oh, you got to go to New York City once.
Nah.
I get it. It's overwhelming, but it's
no.
You just don't give a shit.
No, not unless I can be like Godzilla and kick her. Too close. We're 2 days.
You're not go. What if you can go back to like old school 42nd Street?
That's different. But
there you go. So time machine, you'll make it happen.
But we had just as much slimy bullshit right here on Sunset. That's the thing. It was the same thing here. It was just as grimy. Hollywood was just look at Maxine. I mean, it's never.
Well, that's towards the tail end of like 42nd Street's glory days.
But what I'm saying is, like, there was still something comparable, not as on a larger scale, but
yeah, I mean, obviously, I wasn't there. I've read and know people that were there, and both actually. And I would probably give the seediness side of it more to 42nd Street.
I'm not arguing.
The debauchery was a little bit more definitely there, but I think a little bit less right out in the open. If that's fair to say, maybe it's not, but
neither of us were there.
So. Neither of us were there, but what else do we still have coming up on this trip, Todd? We will be talking eventually after we will have Not Scary Farm Halloween Haunt we're going to have. So we'll talk about our experience. It'll be me, Dan, and Pugs. So, yep. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We may, not 100% sure, do LA HorrorCon, possibly. We'll see if that happens or not. But we'll also hopefully get this ride along.
Yes, Cliff driving stream. I just had my check engine light on, so I'm trying to figure that out first. So we have to use the other carts. But we're definitely getting one in. So
it's going to happen.
Maybe we should hit up Caesar for the no. We have Pug Sunday. Damn. I don't know. Okay. What's more dangerous, 80s Compton or 80s New York City?
Depends when in the 80s, because towards the
if we're crack cocaine 80s Compton, and you're fucked.
Just again, I'm just going by history that I didn't live, but
I think it's a different kind of danger though. Like I know the California danger.
I'll quote somebody who was there, the great 42nd Street Pete Chiarella, who the side thing, he's going through some rough shit right now. Comment his YouTube page with some, words of encouragement. He's a legend. He's got some issues with his dog and stuff right now. So he's a really nice guy. And buy his books. If you really are interested in this topic, 42nd Street, his 2 books that he put out on it are both great reads. But his quote was 42nd Street, very seedy, dangerous, but mostly dangerous if you were naive and stupid. Like, as long as you played by the unwritten rules, you would probably be fine. I would argue, just looking at history, like Compton at its most dangerous, you may not be fine. You might just be fucked by being there.
Yeah. See, now it's like that. If you know the rules and move around in, we'll say, the inner city, what not to wear, what's okay. It's more complicated now because now there's even certain cartoon characters you can't fucking wear in certain hoods.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just like because I try to explain, Dan, the hats things all mean different things. Like
I've heard that before, the colors.
But there's also certain characters that are like even like brands too. Like designer brands that like go with hoods that are different.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you wear a Woody Woodpecker hat in the wrong area.
Yes, that's not an example, right? But I will give you like certain places you should not wear Mario.
Really? Now, why Mario? Like, or is it?
I don't know. Some of them, I don't know why. Some of them, it will be something with their name will sound like it.
Yeah.
So they'll just attach to it. I'm trying not to give too many examples.
Yeah. But I think people might want to know if they're going to visit the area.
You can go find videos, but
yeah.
Oxnard, Cali, man, I'm back in '95. Pomona and Hollywood, man, that was weird shit I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of weird shit on these trips, but it's interesting. I never heard cartoon characters. I knew like don't wear red.
Well, that's easy. Colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't wear Tweety. Don't wear Tweety in California. That is. There you go.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look into the actual meaning of some of the cartoon characters.
I'll show you some stuff.
Yeah, I want to be educated about this. I had no idea about cartoon characters. So
yeah, it's funny. One of the rappers I do enjoy just got out of prison, and he's got his Mario in the whole fucking video. So it's pretty... So like, if you don't understand, you're like, why the fuck is this hard motherfucker got Mario?
Yeah,
he's got a stuffed animal. I'm not laughing at you, sir. It's a great video.
No, this is awesome.
No, I was excited. Yeah, no, sorry.
Whole new world that I'm gonna have to like experience now. Yeah.
Well, thank God no one wears fucking Western hats.
This, you
God
know what?
damn it, Dan, we're not going to argue about what the fuck your hat is.
This is approved in any hood. Look at how fucking awesome this is. I'm gonna start a trend. The rappers are all gonna have like hats blinged out like this.
There's already fucking Pharrell or whatever his fucking name is.
I don't see a lot of cowboy hats in like.
Oh, now it's not a cowboy hat, motherfucker.
Well, you said cowboy hat. This isn't like an Aussie adventure hat. This one's more.
Aussie adventure hat.
Yeah, Aussie, Australian. That's what it is. It's like an Outback hat.
You like an Aussie adventure?
It's an Outback hat. Well, don't let's not get into that. But Patreon. But this is look at this. I don't know if you've ever looked close.
Want to see if I can grab it? Let's see how fast Dad can run.
That's fucked up, Todd. It's fucked up. But yeah, no, imagine they could bling it out. I'm not saying they have to wear it exactly like me. They make it their own.
I'm gonna just dress Dad in everything he shouldn't wear.
You would not have me on the show anymore, Todd.
Is that all I gotta do?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. So,
all right, you guys pick what cartoon character and what hat and what hood we're going to do, and we'll make it happen.
That's fucked up. Well, to do that, you better get on patreon.com. Features. It all starts at just $1.
Yeah, they better not start some like Indiana Jones Crips, then you're fucked. You can't wear that anywhere.
Well, we'll see. So yeah, some more adventures still coming on this trip. Once again, Discord's free because there's like some stuff you can't really do on YouTube. So go check out the Discord. You can see Kruger. It wasn't really a suplex. I mean, he wasn't like, I don't think he meant me harm, but there was a suplex that happened right into, ironically, speaking of hood, Todd, Hoochie Mama Drama slipcover is untouched.
Mint.
He suplexed, Kruger and I are both big dudes, right into it. And it was like, it was an act of God. I'm going to say that slipcover was not damaged. It's immaculate. So's Hood Rats 1 and 2. They're both fine as well. Betty Boop. Who has an issue with Betty Boop?
Betty Boop down on the. I'm going to show the video. What should we just go reaction video on Dan watching all the cartoon characters?
I guess if YouTube doesn't flag them,
we can go on Patreon.
I'm fine with that. Your call.
What do you want to do?
I'll react to some stuff on Patreon. Why not?
You want to make Dan watch fucked up shit on Patreon? Tell me now and I'll make the link.
Vote for it, guys. Do you want some I know it's later. I'm not used to being on West Coast time, so I know it's a little bit later. Yeah, let's go on Patreon.
All right. Well, keep talking.
As far as other reviews you can expect from us, probably towards the very tail end of the trip, we'll have The Substance, Never Let Go, the Halle Berry horror movie, and then who knows what else. Maybe we'll find some other obscure sex comedies that are streaming and just do another little bit of everything show. We're seeing something else in the theater, aren't we? I'm missing at least one, I know.
Am I racist? I don't know if we're gonna do that one. So.
Well, whatever.
If we have movies to watch. We have spots open, so
we have spots. Yeah, Slingshot we missed. That had an insanely short run, and we gambled a little bit too long, so I don't think we'll get that. But who knows? Sometimes they pop back up for some random showing, so maybe we'll still get Slingshot in. Did anybody out there see that? It looked kind of good. I was eager to check it out. And we might have some murder docs, right?
Yeah. Well, what was the one we already watched?
We've been watching that Canadian stuff, which is interesting, especially that you can like murder in Canada. I didn't realize like you could like get caught dead to rights murdering your wife and encasing her in concrete in your house and get out of jail in 10 years. That's wild to me. I didn't realize that. Yeah, crazy. I'm trying to think. Oh, Elm Street.
Oh, that was when we started. Yes.
Yeah, Elm
What was
Street.
it called exactly? Hold on. Let me look up.
Yeah, I'll let you give the exact title, but the premise of it is just fucked up true crime. It's called The Real Murders on Elm Street, and
It's on Max.
It's on Max, and it's like fucked up true crime type stuff that happened on an Elm Street. When it caught our eye because it looked like it was some Nightmare on Elm Street thing. We thought maybe a fan doc or something. But no, it's just cases that happened on Elm Street. We also, what was the first thing we watched, Todd?
My Crime Beat one, the Canadian one.
Yeah, but there was something else.
That one we watched after that we didn't really watch.
No, right at the very beginning that Pugs had to watch. The serial killer one.
Which one?
Oh, I'll think of it. I'm surprised you don't remember. Remember, we had Pugs watch it. He was going to review it with us.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, we'll have that in a minute. That one was very good. Basically, like the family of serial killers.
That's another one on Max. But here, let me finish what I'm doing before I try to figure.
Yeah, sorry, we're setting up stuff for Patreon, but Max, I've been catching up on some of that with Todd, and Elm Street was good. It's all going to be a different story each time. Let's see. Well, if we don't come up with the name for you guys now, you'll get it on Patreon.
As soon as I get it. I just got to look at Max, but I'm trying to.
So what kind of fucked up shit am I going to be reacting to? Just, is this like a reason why the cartoon characters are like not hood approved?
I'll show you. This one. Hold on, Dan. Let me fuck. I'm trying to work quick.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm way behind on true crime stuff. I've just been like looking through Netflix, and I've actually been enjoying the Canadian stuff, which what's the Canadian stuff called? Crime Beat, which that was streaming on, was it Max, right, too?
Yes.
Yeah, check that out. It's a little bit interesting seeing how their system works. I was shocked some of the like sentences for some of these guys. Let's see, what else do we got? LA Horror Con, if we do go there, I might get an Aliens poster signed. I've got to send one back anyways, so that might be in the plans for the trip.
I don't know if you want to send that out. Should I drop it anywhere else?
You can give them a freebie if you want to drop it.
Where do I drop it at here?
Yeah, just right in the chat.
All right, go ahead and tell them.
All right, guys. So just because we're doing things different, Todd just dropped the Patreon link for this show in the chat, so you can consider it a freebie. If you want to click on it now, after the show ends, it might not be so easy to click on. So there you go.
We're going to switch over to there. So should I give them a minute to open the window? I don't know how it works.
Sure. If you can figure out what that's called. Is it Making a Murderer? Not Making a Murderer.
You want me to tell them the name of that before we go?
Yeah, because it's like we just watched 6 episodes and I can't remember.
No, it's got a name. It's like, it's fucking Michael Bay produced it.
Yeah. I know everything but the fucking title.
I know. Someone out there got it, and anyone? Max, it was called.
I can tell you even about the case. I just can't tell you the title, so you can look it up.
What the fuck was it called? Oh wait, was that?
It wasn't Making a Murderer, but
no. What's the shit I watched today's pick? Because I already. Oh, maybe it's in the top 10.
Probably.
Wait. No, Born. Is that it?
Born
Evil.
Born Evil. Okay. Highly recommend that. So it's 3 brothers. The most haunting, and it involves some fucked up stuff. The most haunting brother is the one that supposedly did nothing. Just wait until you see him.
And I'll tell you his name on Patreon.
Well, there you go. All right. So,
All right,
guys,
Patreon links there. I'm just gonna get a drink and then we'll go live.
yeah, just give us 2 minutes to grab a drink, and we will be live pretty fast. Pretty
Fist.
Pretty
no,
fist.
it's not that kind of show.
Fisting horror. Yeah, that's like when we combine this stuff. It's the fisting horror, farce, whatever the fuck, Todd. Whatever the fuck. We'll see you on Patreon.
What's that? Oh, sorry. The serial killer show is on Max. Sorry.
Yeah. Born Evil on Max.
All right.
Yeah.
That note, money's on the dresser.
See you in a few on Patreon.